Little People, Big World's Amy Roloff weighs in on ex-husband Matt Roloff renting out their old home. And Zach Roloff and his harrowing near-death experience of brain surgery as he and his wife Tori reflect, shedding light on their critical past. I will explain everything. Never miss this video. Amy Roloff, Matt Roloff's ex-wife, is not fond of the new direction Matt is taking Roloff Farms. I never imagined that the home I've raised my children in for the past 30 years would be a short-term rental. Amy, 61, says candidly in an exclusive Us Weekly sneak look of the upcoming season 25 premiere of Little People, Big World. Someone or a family ought to be there. Amy asserts that she has no business making decisions regarding the home, even if her ex-husband is finding the leasing process to be great. Everything belongs to Matt. I don't really mean to offend him, she clarifies. You know, it makes sense that Matt would do it. It makes perfect sense, really, from a commercial standpoint or anything else. But Amy thinks it's very sad from a personal perspective to think about letting out their previous family home. Amy and Matt have a son, Jacob, daughter, Molly, and twins, Zach and Jeremy. The clip then shows a conversation between Amy and her husband, Marek, about Matt's latest business move. I don't ask him about those things, she tells Chris before joking. You can do that, not me. Amy sold the Roloff Farms land she owned to Matt, 62, 1 year after their 2015 separation. The property continues to hold a special place in her heart, as it is where she and Chris tied the knot in August 2021. Over the years, a lot of family conflict has come from the Oregon property. By stating on Instagram that Zach and Jeremy decided not to consider working together toward a possible joint sale, Matt revealed his intentions to sell the farm in May 2022. Both of them, together with their expanding families, had moved on to other interests and investments, the speaker continued. Later on social media, Zach referred to his father's remarks as extremely misguided and false. Tensions between the father and son team reached a boiling point during the show's season 23 debut in May 2022, as the title card disclosed that Zach's negotiations to buy the property's north half had quickly fallen apart. Zach and his spouse, Tori Roloff, moved their family of 5 to Washington in advance of the show's October 2021 return for season 23. The 2015 wedding couple has 3 children together: Josia, 20 months, Lila, 4, and Jackson, 6. Amy, on the other hand, expressed her disapproval of Matt's methods in negotiating with Zach and Jeremy, pointing out that the twins could not pay what their father was demanding. During the July 2022 season 23 finale of the show, Matt informed Amy, "The good news is there is 93 acres for this family." Amy retorted, "No, there are 93 acres for Matt Roloff. It is no longer a member of the family." A title card shown during the episode revealed that for sale signs were dropped from the property 3 days after the former couple's discussion. After his plans to sell the farm fell through, Matt announced in December 2022 his plans to rent out the property, which includes his and Amy's previous home. All of the families that looked at the farm but couldn't get their heads around the long-term commitment of purchasing it are now going to be able to stay here as a short-term rental. So I think airman, he told Entertainment Tonight at the time. We're going to set the farm up for more people to share it for a week or less than a week. So we're very excited about that. Zach Roloff and his harrowing near-death experience of brain surgery as he and his wife Tori reflect, shedding light on their critical past. Famous for his part in the reality TV series Little People, Big World, Zach Roloff recently talked about a terrifying health scare he and his wife Tori Roloff went through, reflecting on a near-death event that completely rocked their family. The pair discussed Zach's recent serious brain exploratory surgery and opened up about the crucial moments they believe to be their last. Born on May 10, 1990, Zach Roloff is well known to a large audience as one of the stars of the enduring reality series Little People, Big World. The show gives viewers a close-up picture of the Roloff family's life on a farm outside of Portland, Oregon. It debuted on TLC in 2006. Zach, along with his twin brother Jeremy and siblings Molly and Jacob, has been a major character on the program since he was born with dwarfism, just like his parents Matt and Amy. The show has depicted the highs and lows of the Roloff family throughout the years, including Zach's experience adjusting to life with dwarfism and navigating his marriage to Tori Roloff. Despite the show initially announcing its end in 2010, it has continued to captivate audiences, with its 25th season set to premiere on February 20, 2024. Due to persistent migraines he had been having for almost 10 years, Zach Roloff faced a horrifying health crisis in February 2023. Zach's crippling headaches persisted, but the source remained a mystery despite numerous trips to the doctor and unproductive testing. However, Zach's health quickly declined, and Tori's life took an alarming turn. When we would go to the emergency room, I would get tested, but nothing would show up. We have decided to. Sometimes a snooze would help when I was experiencing these episodes, Zach said. Zach and Tori described on an episode of their podcast, Raising Heights, the horrifying experience that followed after Zach's shunt, a medical device implanted in his brain to control fluid buildup, broke down. Tori recounted her terrified reaction upon learning of Zach's condition and her hasty trip to the intensive care unit, where Zach was receiving care. Zach's condition deteriorated as medical professionals labored to manually remove fluid from his head in an attempt to temporarily relieve the pressure brought on by the failing shunt. Tori could still clearly remember the panic and anxiety she felt not knowing if Zach would make it through the trauma. "It's been a year since Zach almost died," Tori said, remembering the terrifying event. "Your husband is getting moved to ICU," the nurse says as she wakes me up that morning at 2 or 4 a.m. I ran to the ICU in a panic. Zach was there calling my name as soon as I arrived at you. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, he's dying, like this is it. You were still in so much pain. Your heart rate started dropping. Doctors concluded that emergency surgery was required to replace the failing shunt as Zach's condition deteriorated. Tori described the excruciating wait for the results of the exploratory surgery, not knowing what to expect. Zach had a good surgery, and thankfully his condition stabilized. Tori said, "There were a lot of unknowns. Watching you get rolled away and not knowing was quite frightening." Tori reflected on the experience and the emotional toll it took on her and their family, mentioning Jackson's anxiety of losing his father as the oldest child. Zach confirmed, "We're almost a year into it, and I haven't had a migraine since then." Tori was thankful for Zach's recuperation in spite of the difficulties they had to overcome, saying, "You are alive and kicking and doing your thing. Give thanks to the Almighty Lord." Fans are now even more excited for Little People, Big World's next season 25, which is set to debut on February 20, 2024, after the latest discovery. Know more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.